What up, y'all? It is I, Davey Nofukz. And man, like, you're going to love this show because it was 100% last minute. And I brought you, and this man has been trying time after time after time to get on the show. And it's always been a schedule mishap. Always. So now we got you, Chris, That Guy Listens, Henderson. And y'all, I hope you enjoy this show. And remember, these questions are very last minute, so they're going to be intense. So, with that being said, let's get it going. What up, my guy?
How you doing, man?
Good, good. Do you know I'm giving away my first mixtape?
Yes, sir.
So, the first person that comes in here... Big ups to street music for that. But today... the first person that comes in while we're live, I'm going to give them this. But they got to tell me my record label.
Okay.
But first person that does that, I'm going to give them that.
Y'all heard you first person slide through.
618 Adams. You can tell me my record label. I will give you this No Fucks Given mixtape volume 1, which is about to be very, very limited. So y'all better hurry up and act fast. With that being said, let's get it going. All right. So, where are you from?
Right here, man. Toledo, born and bred. Spent some time living in Atlanta when I was younger, but I've been right here in the city for the majority of my life, for real.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What school did you go to?
Woodward. I went to Woodward. I went to Wake for a little bit and ended up back at Woodward. So, yeah, it's true to life North Sider, for real.
All right, here's how this is going to work. We're going to do a little different. First one to say anything on this, I'll give him a dab. Every time, and I use dabs in my questions. He needs to hear from y'all. And y'all will get to hear his music, and y'all will get to all that. I'm like, today I was floored because, you know, most of the artists I know in this, you know, I know most of the artists in the city. And it's crazy because when I did your research, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a piece of cake. Hell no. Hell no. The amazing thing is, when I looked up your name, Apple Music came up, Spotify came up, YouTube came up,
Tidal,
all the way across the whole board.
And that's shout out to the squad. I got to shout out my manager, King Vino, because for real, if it wasn't for him, that...
Everywhere I looked, bro, like the information you're gonna see, because I took a little bit off of each area, and I did some little crazy shit. You'll see that in a little bit here, and you guys, my viewers, you're gonna like this, because this is really putting motherfucker on the spot. If you could change one thing in your city, anything in the city, what and why?
If I could change anything in the city, it'll be the support. I've been doing a show. I've been rapping for. I started rapping when I was 8. Started getting serious about it when I was 16. Putting out music when I was 16, and I started performing a little bit later than that. And like one thing I noticed with performing, you might have somebody come out and they'll bring 30 people with them. If that promoter put them early on the list and get them out the way, they'd do their show, do their set,
and get the hell out.
Bounce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
mix it up.
You never know what you're missing out on.
Mix it up. I agree 100%. Stop the fighting with each other and make great music.
And let's make great music together, man.
I agree 100%.
For us all to be.
Like I was telling you outside, you know what I mean? What I plan on doing is major.
Right.
So with all that being said, you know what I mean? I need all the great music sent to me. All of it. You know what I mean? All of it. Here we go with them questions I was talking about. Let's do a dab first.
I'm with that.
These next ones are fucking horrible. Y'all know how it goes down on the No Fuck Show.
Dabbing. Anybody know me know I'm a blunt person.
So,
but when in Rome,
you know my dude Fabian, right? Fabo?
I'm like, name sound
he owns Space Customs.
Okay, yeah.
I fuck with him real heavy, and I promote everything he does to the fullest. And right now, I see that he's got this Camaro that I'm really, really into. It's candy apple red. It's like, man, you know, I think early 90s.
Okay.
And let me run your line, bro. Look what Nofukz done did. You see how he's all can't breathe right now? That's because he waited so long. He waited so long to be on the show.
You wait too long, that's what happened. Oh shit.
So
I know my boys is watching me right now.
Oh yeah, take it like a champ.
In tears.
If y'all think you can out dab me, come on with it. We'll do an interview and make you not be able to breathe.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, you weren't ready? Cause there's more coming. Y'all stay tuned. What's good, Red? Here we go. These fucking questions here. Biggest place you performed?
The biggest place I performed. Let me think. We done a couple shows in Atlanta, but I don't know if you remember a few years ago when Eddie, shout out Eddie. He threw the glass stop. He had the club. That was like the closest I could say to like a real concert experience. You know.
So what's the smallest?
Ooh, the smallest. Played? So I used to throw shows too, and I've thrown some shows that was great, packed out the bar, and I've thrown some shows where it was literally me performing for the bartenders. But I feel like you gotta put on a good show, whether you got a crowd of thousands or you got a crowd of 6. You know,
you still gotta do what you came to do.
Yeah, sometimes them smaller crowds make me go
get you in,
harder,
right? Yeah. Because they really showed up,
right?
You know what I mean? Like you, the real MVPs,
right. So they deserve a good show just for even coming out.
What up, Mike? So you know my man wasn't sweating when he came in, and neither one of us got up out the chairs. So that's the smallest.
Do it to me every time.
That's the smallest. Okay. Worst place you performed. And the next 3 is off of my Instagram.
I love you, Ohio. Cincinnati. Oh my God. We drove 3 hours to Cincinnati. Party was rocking. The party was great. It was just the fact that there were maybe 10, 15 Toledo artists and none of us got to perform.
Oh, what?
Yeah. That was. I feel like that was even worse than we had another show. I want to say it was maybe Cleveland or Columbus, one of the two. And we got there and nobody was there. Nobody. People start showing up. He ended up canceling the show, giving people refunds.
Wow.
It was that. But the reason why I say that other show was worse, even though the party was jumping, it was live, the crowd stayed around for the whole thing. We drove 3 hours. It ain't like none of us performed.
At least one of us.
Right.
That's wow.
Show out for the city, but
wow.
None of us got to perform. So I feel like that was probably the worst. And then I got into an accident on the way home.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
that makes it that much worse.
Yeah.
So these next 3 questions are Instagram questions, and I believe they are pertaining to Toledo.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Hey, Angel, what's going on? So like I said, these next ones are off Instagram, and these were, like I said, I posted it, and then I let them ask the questions.
Right.
So, and these are all Toledo people that asked this question. Man, I hate to even fucking ask it, bro.
I'm ready.
All right. Best artist in the city.
See, the right thing to say would be me. But
That's definitely the right thing to say.
I'm not going to do that because I'm a realist. I'm humble. I think some of the best artists.
Hold that thought. So you heard him say, I'm honest and I'm humble. You keep that thought in your mind for these next two questions.
Most definitely. I feel like some of the best ones, some of the best artists out the city
are those that are unrecognized.
Nobody even knows. Nobody. Boom, for example, that's family. That's my blood cousin.
I didn't know that.
I know he rapped till a few years ago, and the first time I seen him, he was rocking out a sold-out arena in Germany. I was like, oh, that's fire. I've been doing this shit for over 20 years, so for me to see that from somebody
that's in my circle and in my city,
my family,
right?
I was like, oh, that's fire. My boy Phoenix, he don't put a lot out,
but he's fire, and I think he should put way more music than what he's got out there.
I feel like with Phoenix, he's what's the right way to say it? I feel like when he hit,
he gone
to the moon with it. For real, he throw something out here and there. But when he really
the thing is I don't rap. So when I suggest something, it's me looking from the outside in.
As a fan.
So when I see, my thing is I look for young artists. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Those who got spunk.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't get it wrong because I get all artists.
Right. I mean,
I had Cito on here. You know what I mean? And
I'm a member of the old rappers club.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm an old school. I grew up listening to artists like you. You know what I mean? Because I only listened to radio music until I was about 18. And then I got real into like Toledo music. Toledo music, like, I've been all kinds of places, and Toledo music is by far.
It hits you different.
It's like if I'm going somewhere and I'm trying to find we'll call it the grimiest music, like I'll go and listen to some like New York music and listen to Florida music, listen to wherever, you know what I mean?
Right.
And Toledo's got the most fuck you attitude with music, and it can go one of two ways. You're either gonna vibe to what Toledo has to offer, or you're gonna go find something else to vibe to.
Right.
But man, I'm telling you, it's hard not to vibe to Toledo music.
Toledo, for real, man, we so talented. Like, we from small ass Ohio, and then even a smaller little spot in Ohio.
Yeah.
But I won't say everything, because everything ain't my cup of tea. But what I will say is, for all the different shit that you can find here, the different styles and all of that shit, it's an audience for each and every
one of y'all.
It might not be your cup of tea, but I might love it. I might not like it, but
that's the funny thing. I got a friend, and he does a style of music, and this is a good friend of mine. I haven't exposed him or anything yet. I'm not until he's ready.
Right.
But he does a form of music called hip opera.
That's different,
bro. I don't like opera,
but
I love hip hop.
Right.
So when he put the two together, and it's not just one song.
He
got a whole CD like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's his style, and genre music.
Right.
And so you're right. Everybody's got their own thing. Like, I don't vibe to opera at all, and I vibe to this cat all the time.
And the hip hop added element to the opera
take it to a whole new level.
Listen, I've never been a cat that's like into musicals and shit like that.
But when you combine something I love,
I don't like Tyler Perry plays for the fact that at any moment they're gonna break out singing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw Hamilton, I was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers is rapping. And I'm a history nerd too, low key. I mean, if they didn't know now, they know.
Now you know.
I'm a history nerd. So to see that shit mixed with the music that I love, and these motherfuckers is coming up with good songs and telling this story, man, that shit made me look at it a whole different way, for real.
What made you, and this ain't one of my questions on here, but it's one for me that I like to ask. What made you want to do music over everything else?
I've been in love with music since birth. My mama was a band geek. I was a band geek, played several different instruments, and I would get in trouble in school when I was young. Like I said, I've been writing raps since I was 8. But then I got serious about it and started making music when I was 16.
I want to ask this question, but first I want to know, when was the first time how old were you the first time you were on stage?
The first time I was on stage, I was 18.
18.
This was
old enough to get in.
Yeah.
So Angel says, 419 is the shit. I have listened to around. Don't get me wrong, there is talent all around, but we got fire in T-Town.
Yeah.
Everyone has style in their own way.
Yeah,
I agree with her there. And then there's some people that should probably stick to doing whatever they were doing besides music. You can't say everybody's got a talent like no other, because you're wrong.
Here's where I would disagree with on that.
Hold on, let me explain myself first.
I got you.
So the reason I say that is not everybody has that talent.
True.
Is because, okay, like you said, everybody's different.
Right.
I got artists that come in here all day, every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's 90% of my vibe too. And I don't give a fuck. I'm no fucks. Get mad if you want. I don't care.
It's in the name.
But my thing is, if I classified my favorites as my favorites only, and everybody else sucked, who am I?
True.
So if I take your favorites, now listen to me, if I take your favorites and I say, man, all these guys suck, how can you be mad at me?
You can't, because music is subjective.
Music is its own theory.
That's exactly why I would disagree with what you said, because music is subjective.
And that's why I think, you know what I mean? Like, you can't take me to Indiana and tell me this is gas. I stand behind my city 1,000%,
right.
Even though it's gas. And don't get me wrong, I have artists that come from Indiana, Michigan,
right.
Kentucky, Virginia. You know what I mean? So I'm not dogging anybody. I'm just saying, if my music that I listen to is, example, you would think that rap is my number one go-to. I listen to nothing but underground rap. Underground, Toledo,
right.
Everything.
Right.
But my music of choice is like, the Motown group, the all that vibing 50s, 60s, and 70s music. That's me.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
I'm the same way, because I think I got on my girl nerves the other day. I was just listening to fucking Queen and Jerry.
Right, just vibing shit. Just shit to vibe to.
Exactly.
And it's different. So and like we were talking about, even though I think this is trash and this is trash, and I'll never admit to anybody that they're trash, you know what I mean? Because I promote to the fullest.
Right.
But it's not trash that I'm saying it's garbage, like throw the shit away. It's just not in my category.
Yeah.
Right. Like rock. I'm a fan of rock.
Right.
Rock is its own fucking vibe. You want to go tear some shit up, you listen to rock and roll.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the vibe. So if I take this rock and roll and this is my all that this is I know if I listen to rock and roll, I'm about to go fuck somebody up.
Right.
If I listen to the R&B, I'm about to go clap. If I listen to the rap, the vibe is vice versa.
Right.
It's either we listen to an 808 beat and we about to fucking get beat up or beat somebody up, or we listen to something a little subtle and, right, and just vibe. Right. So music, like you're saying, is very, very everywhere.
Exactly.
Like I was talking about my dude in his hip hopper. That's something I would never ever in a million years think I would find myself listening to, and not only listening to, enjoying.
Liking it, right.
So you're right, and Angel says I agree with there. Everyone is different, and that's the point.
And I think me knowing that and understanding that helped me, because like I said, I'm an older rapper. I I'm an official card carrying member of the Old Rappers Club. Turned 35.
Woo woo.
40, you know what I'm saying? But I done said so much.
20 years?
I'm so hot. Yeah.
20 years, you said?
Oh, yeah. I'm pushing 30 now.
Okay, so at 20, at 10, did you think you'd see yourself where you in music where you were then?
I think at 10.
At 10 years.
10 years in. 10 years in. I think 10 years in might have, honestly, for me, 10 years in, for me was when I was
just starting to
ready
vibe.
to be done with it.
Ready to be done with it. You're not the only artist that said that.
I mean, you give 10 years of your life or something.
And nobody's...
At 10 years in, I wasn't looking at music as how I do now as the love of my life. Regardless of what I go on, what I got going on in my life.
Right. Well, now there's a separation. You know, like the separation is, this is my chick, my house,
right,
my kid, my family, whatever.
Right.
Over here is my, love of everything I love is right here.
But see, at 10 years, I wasn't looking at it like that. I was looking at it like, I've been rapping for 10 years. I've been making music for 10 years. Why ain't I on yet? Why don't I have a deal yet? I've been this close so many times. So it was like...
Out of that whole wall, every time I sit here and look at that wall, I think about the artist that should be on top of the world,
right,
that is on that and ain't, and it's flooring. Like, how can you compete with fucking Boom the Bomb, for example, Headmac, Dephonics, Teddy Loud,
right, all
AJ40, all them artists.
I remember when I first met Teddy. That's my boy.
I wish he was here today.
But yeah, like and it's nuts to like see all the talent that's right here with you and right here around you and be like, why the fuck ain't we?
You know what the craziest response to that wall is? And so y'all see, I'll show you the wall real quick. There's the wall. That's a wall that I have every artist that I've ever interviewed signed. And there's more. There's still some that need to come in and sign it. They got the inbox. They got the notification. And like Booker G, she's another phenomenal artist.
I've performed with her a lot.
She's fire, dude. Like
the same shows, and she did her set, or somebody performed before her. Me and my crew. Sometimes you gotta step out the smoke. We step out in the smoke, and we hear somebody singing. And they called me first. I'm like, hold the fuck up, time out. I think I know everybody that's in here. I've never heard that voice. Who the fuck
and when you see her,
walk in, it's her. I'm like,
when you see her, the funniest thing, like I've known her before, like I've known her through music, but I've only known her a short time. And when I seen her perform the first time, I was set up at the Polish Ostrich. I had my stickers and my shirts and all that, my merch. And she was even sitting there talking to me, like, because that's my homie. Yeah. So, I went out and smoked a cigarette, joint, blunt, whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
I come back in, and on my way back in, she's on the stage performing. What the fuck is that?
Killing.
Like, and she's a whole vibe because she gets the crowd doing what they're supposed to do.
And she rap.
She don't give a fuck, boy. And yeah, Booker G and Low Keys, Byrie Irvin.
What fucked me up about hers? I seen her in the video. She was fucking playing the violin. I said, oh my.
You seen her in The Tempest? I released that. She's multi-talented. So I released that video.
Oh man,
it's called Violin. It's a Tempest Van Gogh featuring Low Keys. Big ups to you.
Completely shout the
switch the game all around.
Completely threw me for a loop.
Cause you figure violins is.
Oh, this shit fire for real.
And then when she does her solo with the violin, she said, "Fuck the whole music game. Check this out." That's exactly what she did.
That's Toledo shit.
The only person to put a violin in a song that was even remotely close to hip hop was, I can't remember the name of the singer, so I'm not gonna put a name out there. It's not local. It's a country song. It's the song Georgia went down to, or Devil went down to Georgia. That's the only thing even close to anything with a violin like that. But there's lots of music with it.
With the, he had the one hip hop violinist chick. With
He did.
To see it at home.
In the city. That's what I said. In the city, though.
That's not,
it
was completely unexpected. Like, I didn't even.
How?
It made me think, like, damn, I wonder how many motherfuckers that I be doing shows with was like,
wow, the
like
same.
Me in high school and fucking playing flute.
Bringing the instrument to the table. What up, Jody? Yeah, bringing the instrument to the table. Let's get back to these next awful two questions. All right, so favorite artist in the city. We already asked that, I think. No, we didn't. Favorite artist in the city.
I don't know, because I got a few that I fuck with.
Top 5.
No, just
he said,
I'm gonna hit you with
me. And you know, the great thing about that is, if you've watched the shows, and I know you have over and over and over, he's with me every show, every trip. Right. You notice I ask that same question every trip. Right. This is off the Instagram still. But I ask that question the same trip, every trip. And, you know, in my mind, I have my answers figured out. You know, so when I ask, you know, who's your favorite artist in the city, and you say me, that's the vibe I'm reading. You know, that's the vibe. That's my in my head. That's the answer.
To be completely honest, that's who I listen to the most.
And that's right. If you can,
but I can't give you an answer. I really fucks with Rocky Dub. I just started getting hit. I've been wanting to work with dude like for a minute. He one of the ones I feel like is a spitter. Phoenix, I've worked with Phoenix, spitter.
Dizzy's real good friends with him. Dizzy or Teddy, one of them are real good friends with him.
I fuck with Teddy. I fuck with AJ.
AJ 47, that dude preaches.
That's talented. That
he's in here a lot. Like he'll be here I'm sure he'll be here for my birthday going away party. And you're more than welcome to come in.
Together.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we got inside jokes and shit. Man, this dude will come in the classroom before school starts, kill the piano, and leave. I didn't even know he rapped until we would start seeing each other at shows. I'm like, what you doing here?
Right, and then you're like, I'm here to perform. You're like, what? Me too?
Right.
Hell yeah.
See the point?
That one's done. That one ain't too bad. Yeah. This next one, I went all the way around it twice.
I seen that. I noticed.
We're just gonna get that one out of the way. Worst artist in the city.
I don't know.
That's a great answer. I'm gonna run with that.
I don't know.
Because like we were just talking about, everybody's got their own talent.
It's subjective. There's people who I'll be like, all right. That other people look at and be like, that motherfucker's fire.
Right. And something that we think ain't that sweet, the other guy thinks is gas. Right, I'm with it.
People that think my music is not the move.
I like your music, though. I'll tell you, I like Hayes. Hayes is my shit. And the High song.
I got a lot of those.
I got them all in here. It's called My High Song.
Yeah.
But, so we passed that. What makes you different What makes you different than any other artist in the city?
I'm me. I'm the only that guy listen.
What makes you want me to listen to your music the most?
I feel like I make great music.
That's it. You heard my guy, and that's
my personal opinion. But I want you to either second that or give me a different opinion. If you don't think it's fire, that's okay. And
my guy's gonna send a couple of these songs for the contest this Saturday, because this Saturday is probably I think the last day for the contest. We're gonna take what I got and eliminate, you know what I mean?
Right,
Eliminate to where I got down to 20. Put this guy against this guy, against that guy, against this guy, this guy. Right. So when it breaks down, I'll wind up with 20 artists, and that will be the CD.
That's fire. Hey, listen, I hope I'm looking right, but he got the opportunities out here, man. So, like, this was last minute. I have been, like you said, I have been trying to get on, and everything has been scheduling. But for this to come together the way it did, and for him to show up and give me this platform, man, he can do the same for y'all, bro.
Any of y'all just hit me up, and I'll point you in the right direction to get locked in.
Exactly.
For sure. And when you get in that right direction, the thing you got to do is you got to stay in Chia's ass. In his ass. For sure. Because he's got so much on his plate that you know what I mean? I seen the text, but I forgot about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it happens. It happens. It happens. Tell me about the song Brand New.
Brand New. Brand New is the new single. Just dropped a few days ago.
I listened to all these songs I'm asking him about, and this one y'all need to go fucking listen to. I'm telling you over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, Brand New, really, with Brand New, I think Brand New is the name of the beat. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Who featured in that?
Boom the Bomb. Shout out to cousin.
And
I heard the beat, and it just kind of came to me for real. Like when I try to pick out beats, I try to hear the song to the beat as I'm listening.
And I get that vibe from Hayes.
Yeah.
I get that vibe. Like you're just like, do you write your own music?
All that. Well, listen, you about to get an exclusive. There is one verse that I've dropped that I didn't write. My homeboy wrote it. He recorded it, and then he heard something in the hook that he didn't like, and his morals couldn't agree with. So he's like, I can't be on this song. I'm like, bro, and this is my family, but this is my producer. Shout out to YL, who one of the most underrated in ever.
Who'd you say?
His name YL.
YL.
Yeah, YO.
YO.
Yeah.
Okay.
He make a lot of my beats, and dude, hella underrated and unknown. And he was like, yo, like, I can't be. With what she said on the hook, I can't be on that song. I said, look, I need that verse. That verse makes this song perfect. This is a song that I've had some of my peers tell me, like, bro, that song is classic. It's relatable. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
You know, what I consider fire, like we were talking about this a minute ago. What I consider fire as far as she's 18 back there spitting. But what I consider fire is and off the chart music.
Right.
All right. So you ask me, if I gave you 20 artists and I told you to pick 5, this is you asking me, could you do it? Yes, I could.
Right.
I rock to Ray Stone. I rock to Prophet. My brother grew up with Obama.
That's classic.
So when I say yeah, I vibe, there's the proof for you right there.
Right.
I vibe, and Prophet is he's in my top 5 for the city. You know what I mean?
Right.
And 10 for the state. So them are great numbers. That dude, and not only do I enjoy his music, but now I listen to him as an inspirational speaker to me in the morning.
Right.
So that is a beautiful thing.
It is.
That you know someone you grew up idolizing is still. I'm 46, so you know what I mean. When he first popped off, I was like in between 18 and 23, maybe.
Right.
So you know what I mean. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember
Ray Stone was out there popping collars.
Right.
Popping collars. Right, and everybody he mentions in that song I grew up with over there outdoor.
That was a good era for Toledo hip hop.
Toledo did their thing. That whole vibe, that whole era of music was phenomenal.
Right, and
that's when and music didn't. What happened is the younger generation, pretty much gave up. So, and I promote the younger generation. Right. But this is how I feel. So, mumble rap. Yeah. Mumble rap, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I don't vibe to none of it. None of it. So if you're looking for me to vibe to your music and it's mumble rap, just know that, I'll play it and I'll promote it, but I ain't vibing to it. To me, when I say I grew up in the era of real rap, I grew up with Run DMC, LL Cool J, NWA, Kid and Play, you know what I mean? The list just goes on and on and on. And that, to me, is the soul, the heart of rap music.
Right. Here's what I had to come to terms with. The people that's listening to music are just getting younger. Eventually, we all get old and we all die.
We all go home. This is what's new. I'm with you.
Like, I remember the first time I heard, when my son was younger, he would be rapping these songs, hit songs that's on the radio, and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, bro? If you want to be like Dad and rap, that's okay. But if you're gonna rap,
you're gonna rap.
So you're gonna have to rap.
You're gonna rap.
He was like, "Nah, Dad, this is a real song." I was like, "Ain't no goddamn song."
Get out of here with that shit, right?
And then I heard the shit on the radio. I had to apologize to him and say, "You know what, son? I'm sorry. You was wrong."
Because times have changed.
But I wasn't ready.
But I just don't. I mean, the beat. If you could get the beats to go and not the words, the mumble, I would vibe. But there's a lot of shit. I'm a little different. You know what I mean?
Right.
And music is like music is my gateway to everything.
Exactly.
I listen to I smoke a joint, listen to music to go smoke a joint. You feel me? That's just how my mind works. You get yourself in a mode. You hit that whenever you're ready. Yeah, tell me, we done talked about that. Tell me about my hashtag. It might be just or high song. I'm sorry, high song. I was looking at two different things.
High song is,
and I listened to this.
It's a remake of a song that I did in 2011, but I wasn't making no money off of it because I didn't know how back then. So I redid it, and it's just a song about getting high.
It is what it is.
Rapping high.
So, before I ask this next question, let's see if we agree. What is your favorite song that you've done? Overall. Trust me, in 2.5 hours, I listened to a lot of music.
Favorite song? My favorite song? I don't know. One of my favorite songs is Home. I really like One.
Yeah,
Home. But I'm with you on Hayes. Hayes, because
Hayes makes me want to smoke and chill.
Yeah.
I get the oh yeah, this is where life begins. You know what I mean?
The story behind that, because I ended up meeting one of my musical peers through work. We all worked at the baseball stadium. Didn't know he made music until we found out. And turns out he was dope. And he's like, shit, I got the studio. You want link up?
Shit, let's do it.
He recorded my whole the Silent 2 album. He recorded that whole album for me. And I played the beat and I'm getting ready to record the song, and he chilled. He let me drop my shit, and he said, "You know that's my beat, right?" I said, "What? You made this beat?" He's like, "No, watch this." Pulled up the shit and played it, and it was that verse. I was like, "Oh, I need that."
So
he put it there for me and blessed me with it.
What's the most different thing you've heard in a beat?
Most different thing in a beat. I got one homeboy that like to do a lot of reverse. Like he'll lay out the drum pattern and then just reverse it. And it's
like I've got a friend who is putting his passed away son voice in the beat.
That's fine. That's deep.
It's about to be epic.
That's
so I'm kind of excited to see that. You know, I got a couple people doing some crazy shit like that, and it's not that it's crazy. It's just something you're taking you with you forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the point of that. I only got a few more questions for you, and then we'll go see what the hell they're doing back there. Tell me about best ever.
Best ever.
Now again, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you got any questions, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. If you guys got any questions, now's the time to ask them because we're towards the end of our show. And you can go ahead. Song best ever.
So best ever really ain't even my song. That was another blessing that I was working on an album, which is the Listen Project, I believe. And my dude Stacks was like, "Shit, there you go." I asked him, could I use it for the album? And he sent it to me, and I had to write after hearing his verse. I'm like, I even said it in my verse, like,
you know,
you gonna go crazy on the track and then send it to me?
Right.
Fuck.
I gotta compete with this,
I love
right?
That,
and that's the thing. Like what I call compete, you call educate.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's, even though it's the same, it's actually different.
Right.
Because I say compete, and you know it shouldn't be a compete. It shouldn't be a dog eat dog world. It should be let's get together and work together, like you say. Right.
You know like,
right.
I got certain people that I just finished this group album, #Who Are They? And my rap partner in this group, every song we do together they're hits because one of us gonna come up with a fire ass hook, the other one gonna come with it, and this dude write like this, like it's not free. He's actually writing, but the speed and in which he writes, and for it to be as good as it is, I was like, every time I do work with this dude, either he gonna come with some shit that make me go, let me top this fucking verse, or I'm gonna come with some shit that's gonna make him go, I gotta top this fucking verse.
Is it hard spitting what you've read, what you wrote down?
It can be.
The reason I ask is because, you know, I've never asked that before, and I was just sitting there and I'm listening behind me also.
Yeah,
and she's definitely, you know, reading what she wrote down, as any artist does.
Well,
but it's you know what I mean, like, it's just a question, like, I wonder if.
I would say one reason why is in the technology era, I don't know a lot of people that still write raps pen and paper. Every now and again I might.
There's too many smartphones for that shit.
Exactly. When you got everybody's phone is always on.
Right, so you can instantly record,
now,
bam.
I can pull it out and
jot it down and make it work later.
So with reading a moving screen as you're trying to read it in the right cadence, in the you know what I'm saying, and give it the right delivery, say it the right way, that can be hard. And then sometimes I know with me, I might write something and as I'm trying to record it, I done took 3 or 4 takes. I'm like, let me try to fit something. Let me make something else fit so it's smoother. Sometimes you gotta smooth it out.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta know when to. Sometimes you might have a fire ass line and you just like it sound rushed. So
yeah, you don't want. You gotta make the music. You gotta make the music work.
flow.
You can't make it happen. You gotta let it happen. If you're sitting there forcing it, it's really not there.
Right.
So I'm with you there. It says dab. I think I'm gonna wait a couple of more questions because I only got a couple of more. Now we just talked about this song, and I'm gonna tell you guys over and over and over again. I listened to the songs I asked about. I listened to, and I listened to more than once. And let me tell you, I had 3 hours to prep for this, if that.
Super last minute, yeah.
So I listened to music for 2.5 hours. Some songs a couple of times. You know what I mean? If I was really vibing to it. So the songs I was really vibing to, I asked about.
Right.
And one of the songs that kind of hit home was the song Home. Like, if you can't vibe to that, then you're emotionally distraught. Like, you know, you can go anywhere in the world, wherever the hell you want to go, and you can start your life there, and you know, grow old there, whatever. But that's not home. That's just where you pick the pieces back up and put them together.
Right.
Toledo, no matter what, like I'm moving to Tennessee in December. Toledo is my home. No matter what I do, Toledo is home. 100%. I mean, you know, in 4 years, there's about 15 to 20 artists that haven't signed that yet.
Right.
I've only been doing this 4 years, and you've been watching me about that long.
Yeah.
And
I remember getting the request. I was like,
because it's one of the
when
artists.
I started seeing all the artists, I was like, okay, that's somebody I need to.
But I look at that, you know what I mean, and it's a tearjerker to know that in 4 years, I met every single one of them artists that are on there, and there's still 20 that haven't signed it. Yeah, you're about to sign it here, and as soon as we're done here, take some pictures, and then that's it. But like that wall, if, and I don't even care. But my thing is like I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can count 9 artists on there that I already think should be on the top. And that was just glancing.
Easy, just looking at it.
So when them artists make it, I don't want no money for their signature. That's mine.
Right.
You know, that's my accomplishment in life. You know what I mean? What's the ultimate goal in 5 years? Ultimate goal is that within 2, I have a tour from Tennessee to Toledo. Within 2, that's the ultimate goal. 5 years, I hope to be set up somewhere down there in the studio and not in the garage. That's, you know what I mean? That's the difference.
Right.
But all that takes time.
Yeah.
And with the sales of merch, you know what I mean, and all the little stuff. You guys make sure you support your artist, because my bad. When you buy the merch, you're supporting your artist 100%, even though it may only be a $2 or $3, $5 bracelet, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be, that's support. You buy a $25 shirt, that's support. Hoodies, support. Their CDs, support. That's how they keep their music going. If you guys don't, what up, Teddy Loud?
Yo.
If you guys quit supporting them and buying their merch, you know, I just bought a hat. You know what I mean? From Dizzy Blaze. I like the hat. And I don't even wear hats, but I collect them.
Right.
And every now and then you'll see me with one on. You know what I mean?
I usually pay one.
So, like, I support. You know what I mean? Like, I support. Like, if it's something I can see or I really want, like the hat. You know, there was no need to get a hat.
Right.
But
Just
I'd rather have it than, you know, and it's a limited. You know what I mean? It's a limited. There was only 2 of them made. So, you know, I'm not tripping. Like, I support.
right.
You know what I mean? If it's something that I can see, like this is a fucked up shirt, but if this was your logo, I'd rock it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever it is, if it's dope and it's advertisement for my city, catch me outside. I'm ready to cash out. You know what I mean? Oh, you're selling them outside the door? I'll buy them.
Right.
I'll buy them. Put some on my shelf too. And if you look, it's not just Dizzy Blaze. There's some artists on there, like their CDs. Then I'm just looking over you, like there's street music CDs. There's LFMG music up there, I believe.
I picked that when I first walked in.
Like, and it's amazing that you can come right here and get your local artist merch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Call and make an appointment. I'm here, you know, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Right. Saturdays, I'm here early. The rest of the week, it's whenever I pop in.
Right. And that's beautiful.
Call me.
Artists, I appreciate that.
Like, yeah, and like I say, I promote, and my team, even though we're our own label,
right.
We support Toledo. We hip hopera. If that dude put a CD out and post me on it, I'm blowing him up. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I can't wait till he does, and I'm in his ass. That man's listen. What up, G?
What's going on? That sounds like Loud.
That is definitely Teddy Loud.
What's going on, good sir?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I still need that collab too, buddy.
Oh yeah, you in the right place. He said he's ready to put in some work.
I definitely need that collab.
Definitely, he said, Mr. Loud, quit slacking. So if I was to ask you, what's new? Is there any new music about to drop? Is there any shows, or is there anything, videos, anything going on with you new that we don't know about?
Oh, I need more videos. I'm working on that. I hate being on camera for real. I like to make the music, so.
Can I tell you, in a videos are sweet.
Yeah.
But I like the B shots.
Right.
The different little pictures. Like I do them on TikTok and the reels because they're just what I want.
Right.
You know what I mean? They flash the picture and go to the next. So you get a visual. You get a visual without the video.
Right.
And you get a sample of the music with the visual.
Right.
So when now you're ready to drop the CD, you drop the visual the morning of, and then when you're ready to drop the video,
right, you
drop the video, and you've already got hundreds of people waiting to.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm
it's all about it's all about presentation.
Yeah, and the videos is needed so that's why I'm getting into it. They're a necessity because people, like you said, they want to see it. So we working on that, but
you know, I'll get with Teddy Loud and we'll make something happen. But I'm gonna tell you ahead of time that when it's warm out, he's a very, very busy man. Like always working. So when it's warm out, he does what he does off. You know what I mean, at his house, and then. And when it's cold, he spends a lot of time here. Yeah. Which is this, you know, it's LFMG. It's his shit. All right, you guys. So I'm not leaving here for another hour. I've got 2 more questions for him. Actually, these questions are about to be epic. You can go first.
So yeah, to answer your question, if I was working on anything. I got Silent 3 is the next album that I'm dropping. It's a double-sided. I got an A side, I got a B side. the Who Are They album, hashtag find out. And then I got a project that I did with my producer that we trying to get the fucking samples cleared. Fingers crossed we can get these samples cleared so we can drop this album.
Come on, y'all, get it together, y'all, and so you know, like I do a thing here, and I only offer it to the musicians. You know what I mean? It's something that is a beautiful thing, and most artists, you know, do their own engineering and all that stuff. But what I do is, I run deals on Dizzy. So right now, Dizzy's doing any song, mixed and mastered, recorded obviously, for $25. Any song, and that's, I don't know how long he's doing that for. Last month he did 35 for, and it was mixed, mastered. You know what I mean? Whatever it was, and like Teddy Loud does three whatever beats, because you know he makes his beats. He does 3 whatever beats.
Toledo producers.
Yeah, he does 3 whatever beats for 100, or a custom beat for 100.
He's already doing customs.
Oh yeah, Teddy Loud is a magician. Yeah. And you know, I keep saying like I want to do. I sit and watch him back there, and I'm like, fuck that. Like, yeah. but, and I'm not trying to say, you know, I like this person. I'm not on nobody's dick. You know what I mean? I don't want that to appear. I love all of you guys, each and every one of you guys, because without y'all, there ain't none of this. Right. You know what I mean? There ain't none of this. So with that being said, my first question is, come on, we doing a dab.
You don't be able to think straight.
Oh no, did you see the second question? It says spit something.
I'll peep that, and I'll be sitting here trying to figure what to spit.
Well, you can release.
So blood.
You can release. You know, I mean, you can play something that's told, just so they can hear you rap. You know what I mean?
I give you some exclusive shit off the album.
There you go. They'll play something for y'all.
I release, so they ain't
but
gonna
first,
the flag.
I'm gonna make him not be able to breathe.
Oh man, you remind me of my homeboy, man.
It's on you, buddy. See? You know what happened? We're gonna blame Chia for that. For not scheduling you. For letting this slip back. Chia, you're to blame.
Oh shit.
I can't be watching you do all them dabs. I'm gonna choke too.
I can't be coughing by myself.
So you can go ahead, you can play it if you like. But I'm gonna choke with you, bro. I'm coming. I'm right behind you. Ooh. Just set it on top of this at an angle.
100%.
Oh, is it an iPhone?
Nope.
Oh shit.
Nope. I got a cord. You got a box.
Yep, I got a box right here.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Here I go. Here go that teamwork shit. Feels like every time I hit that, somebody kicked me in my dick. Ooh. And then when I get out of here and the show's over, my girl, dude, she be like, oh, let me guess, you're all fucked up high again. I'm like, yeah, wasted goddamn shows. Y'all need to hit up Dizzy and lock y'all in some of these. Let me slide this way. Slide in and get some of these hats. But look, I got an exclusive.
All right, so if my partner in rhyme mad at me for this, he's just gonna be mad at me.
If your partner in rhyme got you got mad. You call me and we'll set up an interview with him too.
Yeah, this is exclusive. So, like I said, project, who are they? I ain't said his name because they ain't even supposed to know I'm a part of this shit. But
So what I just heard is, if you know, then you know.
Keep it quiet. Yeah, it's a song called Nemesis. Stunner McGee and King Jason and my homeboy Malik is on there too. So yeah, hopefully it sounds. Hopefully y'all can hear it. So I got the first verse.
Really nobody can compete with you. Cause what's a bigger threat to myself than to myself and me, nigga? My own worst critic, but y'all just wouldn't get it, cause y'all just don't know what it's like to be me, nigga. That's why I stay rolling this tree, nigga. Can I live? Let me breathe, nigga. I got this music shit all in my jeans, nigga. Second generation band geek. Back of the bus with the band freaks. More known than the athletes. For the bars of being up in the class, sleep from daddy duties that week. But that's what you get when you clap cheese with no rubber. She ready, so I'm still gon' fuck her 17 years later, telling you all the stories about how I met your mother. Well, most of them. Let me get back to the plot. This for my sons that seem to think that they can grab at my spot. This for the ones that seem to think they competition ain't not. This for the ones that got amnesia. Niggas must have forgot who won it with I. Cause ain't no competition unless you ask my top 5 go that line and mention myself. I'm just in competition with self. It's suicide, every rhyme, every line. I'm just killing myself. I'ma get it with you. Cause what's a bigger threat to myself than not myself and me, nigga? I'm my own worst critic, but y'all just won't get it. You don't understand what it's like to be me, nigga. That's why I'm rolling up this weed, nigga. Drowning in this Hennessy, nigga. Ain't nobody used to see, nigga. My own opposition, only men that make me bleed, nigga. I don't need niggas. Who are these niggas? Those some team niggas. They gon' put you on the team, nigga. Best believe, nigga. I'm a skeptic, don't believe niggas. Just a couple rugged street niggas. Looking for a feast, nigga. Time to eat, nigga. Grab a seat, nigga. I can't treat a bitch when I can buy a beat, nigga. The realest here, I've been the realest round. I keep a different mental state because my city wild. I never been the middle man or the middle child. I only dream about bigger pockets, make my mama proud. This pure pressure, I've been pressing like my name was God. I'm in my bag, it's fucking address, bitch, I want a lot. These niggas hesitate and pump it just to take their shots. You can say you competition, but you know you nobody can compete with you. Nobody. Cause what's a bigger threat to myself than not myself and me, nigga? I'm my own worst critic, but y'all just won't get it. Cause you don't know what it's like to be me, nigga. Nigga. That's why I'm rolling up this green, nigga. Jesus bleeding off in these trenches, nigga. I've been raging too long. Said I'm a king, nigga. Village I feed, nigga. That's why I speak different. Really in Gotham, my soul shine distant. Light years, nigga. I got reach. That's for the flex. King Pinch, the way that I press. That's up on my chest. But I don't save them, Jay. Get my whole essence, and y'all don't feel me yet. Real recognize, real man, the man in the mirror, so familiar. Said it's deeper than the rage in the bitches. I 100 all up in his freestyles. Lil' shy, bitty, stoner life, she my freak now. Forever for miles, because this shit get iffy. Take a tab, my nigga, this shit get real trippy. Spin a whole advance just for Missy. Such a cowboy, keep a Smith and Wesson with me. Pusha told us his life was disgusting, reminded. Every time they say they love me, nobody can compete with you. Cause what's a bigger threat to myself than not myself and me, nigga? I'm my own worst critic, but y'all won't get it. You don't know what it's like to be me, nigga. That's why I'm rolling up these leaves, nigga. That's why I'm rolling in these streets, nigga. My vida loca. Y'all niggas talk it, I'm living it. Smack you, big bang attack. Welcome to oblivion. Right now it feels better to receive than giving it. Superman gangster, you just hood a little bit. You idiots, my women be the prettiest. You speaking all delirious. You can't be serious. Living better now. Pockets kind of sounds now. Cause the
Southern.
Eddie Murphy, I'm the golden child. Living wild, violence to silence. In the dirt, in the dust, dust. I'm still a diamond in the rough. This is the belly of the beast. Fucking blowing out his guts. We all gotta die anyway. Let's play like so what? Nigga, man up, hustle and get your grands up. Everybody stand up. You feel me? The hands up. And what? I'm the man that they really can't touch. Floss on my off days like Jake. Fuck what they all say.
Gas. Gas. So y'all can look my guy up anywhere on any platform, and they can find you where and how.
I love that I can say this now. You can Google me, thatguyListen, all one word, all lower caps. The only capital letter is the L. And if you type it in that way, everything pops up.
Listen, isn't it the greatest thing to know? Google me, bitch. I'm famous.
Listen. So, like I said, I've been making music for a long time, and I went by Young Listen for a while, and whatever. And then I got older. I was like, I'm gonna drop the young. I'm gonna just be listen. And you type in the fucking word listen, and you're like, listen to Amy Winehouse new single, or listen to like. No,
you're there though. You're in that category.
There, but it's hard as fuck to find when your name just listen.
Right.
So everything else popped up. So when I got down with Hush, I did a branding change, and it wasn't like some people.
Was it hard to change the brand?
Not for me, because like some people.
Was the transition hard?
No, because I'm still listening. Like my people that I'm close to in music, they still just call me listen. But when I'm on stage, when they announce me, it's that guy listen. You know what I'm saying? And when people will look at it and be like, is he saying that because he's arrogant? It's like, no, because a lot of people know me, like, or have heard me or have seen me perform. But then when you meet me, it's like, oh shit, you're that guy listen.
Oh yeah, and that's the vibe you get. Like I say, I talk about it all the time.
I've heard that fucking name before.
You know,
I might have heard his music, but who the fuck is this listen to?
Right.
When you put the face with the name, it's like,
oh yeah. So before we go, like, you know, as far as your platforms have taken you. Have you ever been somewhere out of town, out of state, just doing the family thing, and someone come up to you and say, hey, you're that guy, listen, you're blah, blah.
I haven't had
the reason I ask you is because I was at a water park last year, and I was there with, you know, the kids and, you know, the ex, and, you know, we're having a great time. We're leaving, and this guy goes, that's Davey Nofukz. And, you know, when you hear that shit, it stands out to you. Like, oh. But then I was somewhere before that, like by the ocean or something, somewhere. And the guy come running across the beach. Davey Nofukz. And the only platform I was on was Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. So for me to have that impact on such a little outreach,
right?
And now I'm heard in 10 or 11 states and all of Canada.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? So
that just mean you growing.
I'm growing. I'm doing what needs to be done.
I felt that. And I've had that. I like now that I know how to like look at my numbers and shit. I can see who's listening to my shit, and I'm like, oh shit.
So
I went to Vegas last year and just was giving out. Like I was there for my dad's birthday, but he was just giving them out, and music like it was nothing. And then when I got home and I checked the numbers, and I was like, oh shit.
And it's weird because I don't go and check the numbers because I know that. And it took me a minute to figure this out, that it's different. My numbers are different than yours.
Right.
My numbers don't matter. My numbers is if anything over 60% means I've got the state. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's different.
Right.
So it takes 60% of the state to listen to my shows constantly. For I think it was like a month time in a row or something.
Right.
At 60%, and then you get that state. That state's a lock-in state. So I've got 11. I think I know for sure I got 10. But I think Chia told me we were at 11. But I'm not 100%.
That's gross.
But you figure 60% of 10 states and all of Canada.
That's shit.
And
That's
it only
exposure
takes 60%. So I'm not saying the whole country of Canada listen to me, but 60% does.
Right.
For sure.
That's why I was telling like any artist they watch and tune in and like the platform that's available to you. You gotta use that shit.
Use your resources.
You heard what he just said. That's 11 states and Canada.
I am your resource.
That you might be able to get open in one of them states because that's home, but
11 of
11
them.
states,
And to keep it 1,000% with you, Toledo, Ohio ain't my biggest viewing state.
So you use the platform while you can. Man.
My biggest viewing state is California.
That's fine.
That's my biggest viewing. It was 71%. So that's a lot of people in California that listen to me. So to tell you my part is to reach out to every artist and every person I know and get your music shared, their music shared, their music shared, whether it's here in town, but every time you play something, just know that even just on my Facebook alone, and it's not a huge number, but 1.8K. So when I change this video over to TikTok, you know what I mean? The numbers will double, triple, 100,000, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Depending on the views, whatever it may be. But TikTok is really where you need to share your little 6-minute clips, 6-second clips, whatever the hell they are, 15-second clips.
One of my daughters, when the single dropped, I had my youngest daughter is always on TikTok. My phone be blowing up.
Right.
TikTok. I'm like, all right, let me see what she done said today.
So
I told her, like, post me a TikTok. Here's the song.
When you post to TikTok, know that they randomly slide through the videos. So you're getting a view. You're getting a view every time they slide through your videos. So your views on TikTok, you know, they don't let you go live on TikTok until you got I think it's 1,000 followers. Okay. And you're following this many don't mean that you've hit that 1,000 yet. So if you got 20,000 you're following, that don't mean 20,000's following you.
Yeah, follow back.
Definitely follow back. Y'all need, like I keep telling you, all the little stuff that don't cost you a fucking thing to do. Like push send. Push share. Push share. Push heart. Like that shit. And if you're on YouTube watching it, go down there, share, subscribe, heart it.
Something I found out. 30 seconds is all it takes to get an artist paid. You play 30 seconds of that song, they're going to get paid off of it. So
I can show you
30 seconds. Give me 5 minutes of your day in 30-second intervals.
Right.
You know
right.
What I'm saying?
Listen to a couple seconds of this, couple seconds of that, that's all it takes.
30 seconds is
so
all it takes to get us paid.
If, you know, I can't rap, so I come out with a CD, and it's kind of tight, we'll just say.
Right.
And, you know, well, I think it's tight, which I'm supposed to. But in reality, it's just not what it is. So, all it takes for that, not what I think it should be CD, is for, say, like Russ. Russ bought the CD. Man, this is gas. You need to check this out. That's what it took. That's right there is what it took for that CD to go where it needs to go.
Right.
Because it only takes one person to tell one person to tell 2 people to tell 3 people to tell a car full to tell a house full to, you know what I mean? The list goes on and on and on and on. Right.
Trickle down effect.
So when I say you have to promote for me to promote.
Right.
And I know that, and if I'd have known about this interview a week ago, because and I don't know if you know who you filled in for. I had a Skype interview scheduled with DL Downer, who sing the song Sugar Boom Boom. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but here nor there. And that's who canceled on me today.
Right.
So, or that's didn't respond. I'm not gonna say canceled, just didn't respond. But it's cool. There'll be other opportunities for that.
Right. I'm glad I got to slide in, and you know what I'm saying.
And any artist, before we go, I was supposed to say this in the beginning. Any artist who is down in the Knoxville, Tennessee area and wants to be on the nation, just know January, at the end of January, I should have my whole setup. So we'll be going live then. Hit my inbox, all you Tennessee, Southern artists. Whether your name is as big as the city or the state or the country, or your name's just not there, hit me up. I will show you how to blow up. I do all the research, for my interviews. Well, Chia does them right now. But I will be doing all the research on you guys. So all you got to do is hit me up. And January, maybe the beginning of February, we'll be starting to lock in interviews. So y'all need to hit me up. Like I said, inbox on Facebook. And when y'all back to, it's enough about me. When y'all look up my guy, That Guy Listens, y'all make sure to download his music, put that shit on your playlist. All that little stuff that don't matter to you matters to us. And the more views, so if I got 1 million views, you know who's looking at me now? Artists such as producers such as like Puffy Combs or Head Mac, or you know what I mean? The name of producers just goes to the moon, because somehow this guy has 1 million views. So you got, the names just go on and on and on.
Oh yeah, they definitely start checking for you.
Definitely. What up, B-Weez? We on our way out right now, y'all. Chris, thanks for coming out.
Thank
you know what I mean? And I'm glad it happened, because it was a very enlightening interview.
I appreciate it.
With that being said, y'all, we the fuck up out of here. Y'all heard me?
Yeah.
Peace.